How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk a little bit more about Dwyane Wade's son, daughter, not really sure what to call them, Dwyane Wade, aka Zaya Wade, a 12-year-old boy who now identifies as transgender, and his father, Dwyane Wade, and his stepmother, Gabrielle Union, aren't really stopping it. They're pretty much pushing it out there to the forefront. Now, I've spoken about Boosie, the rapper, speaking about this very passionately, and shout out to him for saying something, because I feel like a lot of us don't want to say too much. You don't want to offend the LGBTQ, ABCDEFG community, and that's fine. I understand that, but at the same time, you're talking about a little boy. So shout out to him for speaking his mind and speaking against this. I've spoken about it in general myself, but now I have a different question. Is this whole thing just a social media rollout? Are they trying to make him be the next star? Let's pause for a moment. I've seen a post from Gabrielle Union on Instagram, and I'll place that on the screen before you, talking about, oh, the haters can't stop us, all this, that, and the third. And it shows Gabrielle Union, who, by the way, is 10 years older than Dwyane Wade, but that's a different story, and I digress. Dwyane Wade and the boy on a runway, and they have on similar outfits, obviously. So I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on. Is it a social media rollout? Are they trying to push them to the forefront? Let's back up a little bit. Of course, we've all seen LeVar Ball, the father of the Ball brothers. You have LiAngelo, LaMelo, and of course, Lonzo, who's currently in the NBA right now playing for the New Orleans Pelicans. He plays pretty well, but I would not say Michael Jordan or anything, but different story. Again, I digress. Lonzo Ball is the prototypical stage dad, like Joe Jackson. Now, I'm not sure if he's beating the boys or anything like that, but he kind of has that strong hand, do as I say or else, that type of thing, to get his boys to be out there doing a particular thing so he's able to benefit himself. That is the general thing that I get from Lonzo Ball, from Joe Jackson, and also Dwyane Wade. But more so, I think it's Gabrielle Union. Okay, I think that's what's going on, because let's be clear, Dwyane Wade, coming from Chicago in the hood, he was married to his first wife, and they were pretty humble. He's playing basketball. He leaves her. I don't know what happened, but he leaves her. Now he's, in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry, moving and shaking. And here comes Gabrielle Union. Now, all of a sudden, they have his first wife's son out here wearing dresses and lipstick and whatnot at 12 years old. So I think between Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union, they make a super stage parent, and they're putting this boy out here to benefit in some kind of way. Because right now, this whole LGBTQ, ABCDEFG wave is real. It's 1,000% real. And if you're part of that community and you're an adult, then that's fine. I don't care, whatever. Matter of fact, if you are underage and you feel like you're gay, okay, that's your business. I would say to anybody that's a young person and they feel like they're gay, that might not be who you are. Maybe it is, or maybe it isn't. You may grow out of it. You may feel like you're soft or something right now, but that don't mean that you're gay necessarily. But again, I'll move on. The point is that if you're an adult and you're part of this LGBT community and you happen to feel like you're transgender, that's fine. You can identify as whatever you want as an adult. Who am I to say that you can't? That's your business. You can identify as a puff of train smoke. You can identify as a coronavirus. You can identify as whatever you want to identify as. That's your business. But once you are a child, I think there must be some things that you are not able to do. Some things you are not able to identify as or experiment with. Be clear, you can't even be under 18 and get a tattoo on your body. My body, my choice, right? Nope, I can't tell. Not if you are under 18, you can't do that. That's illegal to do that. You can't smoke cigarettes under the age of 18. You can't drink alcohol under the age of 21. You can't vote. You can't drive a car. You can't do a lot of things at 12 years old. So if you can't even get in the car and drive, or even try to get a driver's license, if you can't even work, I'm talking about flipping burgers. If you can't even do that at under 16 or 14 in the work permit, why can't you change your entire gender or identify as an entirely different gender at 12 years old? Why can that be so? And people are saying, oh, well, Zion, whatever his name is, he didn't do any surgery yet. Yet is the key word, ain't it? Because we've seen This happened before. You have these boys underage taking puberty blockers, they're changing their hormones and stuff like that. It's not surgery, but they're doing things to alter themselves in their development. And sometimes people grow up to regret it. Like, man, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I was able to go through puberty. Dwyane Wade's about what, 6'4", 6'5", tall guy, muscular, strong person. Zaya is already like what, probably about 5'8", 9", right around that. Kind of tall. He could grow up and be tall as his dad and be the same size physically. He may not want to be transgender anymore. He may grow out of this next year. Meanwhile, the parents are pushing it. So then if the parents are pushing it, or your father and your stepmother are pushing it, now all of a sudden it becomes kind of an obligation to a certain extent. You want to please your father. You want to please those around you. You want to please the community that you found that are very supportive. And you don't want to go back. It's embarrassing. You're kind of trapped in a situation that you don't really want to be part of. Okay? So I don't think that the parent should be pushing it. And beyond that, like I said, you have a stage parent. And with these stage parents, with these pushy parents, they make you do a certain thing, or they put you in a position to where that's going to be what you do. And you don't have much of a choice outside of that. They're not allowing you to just figure out other things or just kind of work through some confusion. They're not allowing you to do it. They say, okay, you want to be transgender, then that's fine. That's ridiculous. Dwyane Wade said that his son told him at 3 years old that he's transgender. How do you know anything about being transgender at 3 years old? How do you even know anything about what you are in general at 3? All you're really worried about at that particular age is just playing around and being a little boy. That's it. You can't even really understand this concept of gender or what a boy is or what a girl is, where babies come from. You out there still waiting on Santa Claus in the morning. Okay, you don't quite understand the world because you're 3 years old. Your brain's not developed. You've not been impressed upon enough. And if you do think that you're transgender at 3 years old, the question is, who put that thought in your mind? Who abused this child to tell them that kind of information that early? All right. Also, if you are gay at 12 years old, how do you actually express that? Just because you're soft and because you like to wear kind of like girly stuff? And also, some things that he's wearing, a 12-year-old actual girl should not be wearing. Okay, it's not even no modesty with this little boy. And at a certain point, the parents have to instill modesty. If they're gay, I don't care, but you can't be wearing cut off stuff and looking like, you're about 18, 19, about to go to college and trying to get a boyfriend. That just, you're way too young for that. You're way too fast. Just slow it on down. Back when I was a youngin', you would have parents and grandparents, aunts, uncles that will tell you that. And like, nah, you can't be wearing that. It don't matter if you're gay, straight, male, female. Nah, you can't do that. You can't wear that. You're a little boy, little girl. Don't do that. But now all of a sudden anything goes. And the question has to be, what is the ulterior motive if there is one? I'm thinking that they're trying to push this whole LGBT thing on children to start another narrative. Like I've said before, you have gay marriage. That was the first domino to fall. After that, then what? Because the quote unquote progressives are never happy enough, there's always going to be the next thing to progress towards or to strive to progress to. Gay marriage, that's one thing. Then it's like, well, how about having children identify as transgender? How about having them act out their homosexuality? You see what I'm saying? Now we're going way too far. Things like that are illegal, and they should be. Anybody that get caught doing something like that to a child, you need to get put up under the jail, never to be seen or heard from again. All right? Just be clear about that. Maybe even get the rope, but I digress. The point is that some of these things we're talking about and some of the waters we're treading in are very dangerous. I don't think a 12-year-old boy should be able to go to a red carpet and be walking and being some kind of face for the LGBT community. I think that if you're going to talk about sexuality and stuff like that, leave that for the adults. Leave them kids alone. Dwyane Wade, Gabrielle Union, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you think you're doing the right thing. But many of us, it's not just conservatives or liberals. This is a universal thing. Many of us say that you're doing way too much with your boy. Let that boy be a boy. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that I'm correct in my assertion that this could be a media rollout? They're trying to promote this boy. It's kind of like stage parents, Joe Jackson, get out there and sing, boy, sing the song right. LeVar Ball, get out there, play basketball no matter what. Is it that type of thing going on? Do you think that the son is just wanting some attention? Okay, you have a superstar dad, Dwyane Wade. Your stepmom is Gabrielle Union, superstar actress. Your brother's playing basketball. He's getting a whole lot of attention, a lot of praise with LeBron James' son, Bronny, over at Sierra Canyon. They're all getting attention. They're all in the limelight. They're all getting their shine on. What do you have as a young boy trying to find your way? What is your hook to get attention? What is your hook to get on social media and to get noticed? Oh, boom, I got it. Let me be transgender. How about that? I'm going to just identify as Zaya, and I'm going to buy into that or to get attention. That's pretty much what I think is going on. And like I said, he may grow up to regret it. He'll go through puberty, get his voice a little bit deeper. His body will develop. He'll be like more of a man. He'll look at himself and be like, what am I doing? I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, regret is okay at that age because you're still trying to figure things out. But the regret and being able to back away from that and change is much more difficult when the parents are pushing you in a certain direction. Like I said, there's a level of expectation and not wanting to disappoint and not wanting to backtrack on a thing that you've built at a certain point. But hey, who am I, just a guy on the internet talking? But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.